takes you behind the drama of nightmares and dreamscapes from the stories of Stephen King for an exclusive look at Battleground.
The outrageousness of this one, I think, matches where Stephen King goes to these outrageous places in his stories. Well, this really goes there in a great way. Jason Renshaw is this seemingly perfect hitman. He can choose life or death for anybody anywhere around him. And that's what he believes he is. So when that starts falling apart, he starts getting scared. But the only way to get back to Jason Renshaw is to win.
This episode has so many visual effects in it that you could consider it one giant visual effect. Brian Henson and I hooked up very early on and started talking about perspectives and shooting tests and looking for interesting ways to tell a story between two vastly different size scales. You have little people and William Hurt, and the little people are about that big, and he's big. So from their perspective, he's a monster, and from his perspective, they're tiny.
The characters themselves, the little soldiers, are very much a visual effect. And even though they're very inexpressive, they're very real.
It should look like real toy soldiers running around on the floor and doing things, you know, firing weapons and flying helicopters and driving jeeps and all that stuff.
Producers and directors nowadays have a fairly good understanding of the visual effects process. However, it's a constantly evolving form because technology, software changes all the time, and new demands are always being placed on visual effects companies to try and make the impossible possible.
One of the things that becomes difficult is how to photograph the world from a small perspective.
What you might want to do is crab towards me just a little bit.
So we're actually shooting two different movies here. We're shooting the full-scale movie, which we're shooting here in Australia. Then we have actors in Los Angeles that will be wearing suits that are green, and we'll shoot them on blue screen, and then we reduce them 18 times and fit them into this world. And so it takes about 150 people that are all working in the little area of keeping track of the details, continuity of all the different scales. You can't have an M16 that looks one way here and have it look different when it gets to full scale. So we're taking all the jeeps and weapons and rubberizing them and making them look like toys, but they're full scale.
Action! Trying to light it, trying to light it. They're shooting at you, they're shooting at you. Try to light it. Try to get it split. They're shooting at you.
We're very detailed, William and I, when we're working in terms of what exactly is he seeing, what exactly are these soldiers doing when he's looking at them. And the more specific we can be with that, the more real it all feels. This set serves so many functions. It initially is this very cold, creepy, but beautiful apartment that you would imagine you'd see in architectural magazines and decorating magazines, but it's soulless and cold, and we blow it all to smithereens.
There is a sequence where William Hurt is barricaded into his bathroom in his penthouse suite, and he's being shot at by these soldiers. And the only way to escape is by climbing out on the ledge of this building. So what we did was built a set on a soundstage, and he climbs out onto this ledge, which in actual fact is probably only about 5 or 6 feet off the ground, and then we will create a virtual background.
It's a tough thing to maintain reality, because you have to feel like every moment really happened the way we're saying it happened.
Audience expectations nowadays are very, very high, and if we can make it absolutely believable, then we've achieved our goal.
It's not about the visual effects, it's about the drama, and it's about the story. Do you relate to the main character?